After the drying process, the noodles are packaged and prepared for shipment around the world, providing a quick and satisfying meal.
The freshly steamed noodles are then sent through a series of high-speed rollers, which precisely separate them into individual portions before frying. The noodles are precisely shaped into their iconic wavy blocks, before being lightly fried to ensure perfect consistency.
Finally, we add the dried condiments, a precise blend of green onions, sesame seeds, and our secret spices, ensuring perfect flavor in every bite.
The convenience of instant noodles makes them a staple for outdoor adventures.
The consistency is perfect now.
Yes, we can initiate the sheeting sequence.
First, high-quality flour, precise amounts of water, and salt are combined in large industrial mixers to form the initial dough.
The kneading machine processes the flour into a smooth, elastic dough, which is then discharged into large containers for the next step.
Here we see the rested dough, ready for the next step. The hydraulic press begins the sheeting process, flattening the dough into uniform sheets.
Here we see the lamination process, as the thick dough is precisely compressed into a smooth, thin sheet by the industrial rollers.
Ensure the thickness is uniform across the sheet. Looks good, the elasticity is perfect.
Ingredients. The lamination process is crucial. The dough is repeatedly passed through heavy rollers, stretching and
The dough is kneaded and then gradually thinned through a series of large steel rollers, preparing it for the steaming process.
After sheeting, the dough is precisely cut into wavy strands.
Here we see the fresh noodle dough being transported by the conveyor belt into the multi-stage steamer. Next, the noodles travel through the industrial steam chamber, a critical step in the manufacturing process.
Watch the flow rate on the far side.
Increasing the pressure now.
After the noodles are rinsed and cooled, they are moved onto this vibrating conveyor system, ensuring all excess water is efficiently drained away. After boiling, the noodles are thoroughly rinsed and drained, preparing them for the next stage of the process.
The drying process is critical. Superheated steam removes the moisture, transforming the fresh noodles into the crispy blocks we recognize.
Inside the industrial dryer, the noodles travel along a multi-tiered conveyor system, emerging perfectly dehydrated and ready for packaging.
The noodles are precisely placed into these circular molds, before moving along the high-speed conveyor belt, for the next stage of frying. The noodles are precisely formed into their signature wavy blocks, before being rapidly conveyed through the frying process.
The molds carry the freshly formed noodles under the seasoning applicator before they head into the steamer for the next phase of production.
Here, the rich, savory broth is vigorously churned in massive industrial boilers, preparing it for the drying process.
The automated system ensures the precise placement of the seasoning packets onto each noodle block.
After steaming, the noodles are transferred to these molds before being submerged in palm oil for dehydration.